Kutztown. Roll Bears.
Every time I look in the mirror, all the lies get clearer.
The excitement, the tension building, the Olympic Center filling to capacity.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Kutztown Hockey, only on Nick's Hockey Broadcast. Tonight, in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, at the campus, the Kutztown Golden Bears, for the first time this season, will be taking on the Neumann University Knights. To start off the pregame, let's go over D2's for Kutztown's schedule. They had a preseason game against Lehigh University last week in the Keystone Showcase. Kutztown had 3 games against Ramapo, High Point, and Sunny Paderna. Kutztown went 2-1. I'll go over more details about those games later on in tonight's matchup. This will be the only game for Kutztown D2 this week, as they will take on Sacred Heart next week at Body Zone. Want to give a shout out to Kutztown for their D3 team. They just finished up their game against Millersville. Unfortunately, the Golden Bears in Division 3 just fell 4-3. They'll be playing the Gettysburg Bullets tomorrow. I just wanted to mention that I will be broadcasting that game tomorrow at Body Zone between the Golden Bears and the Bullets at 1 o'clock. And now let's take a look at the Kutztown National Division standings in the DVCHC. Currently, Kutztown is in first place, 2 wins, 1 loss, 4 points. Neumann has only played 1 game. They won last night 4-2. I'll go over more details about that game later. They have 2 points. Penn State Harrisburg, a 1-3-0 record, a rough start for their season as they won the National Division in the playoffs last season. Tonight's starting goaltenders in net for the Kutztown Golden Bears, starting for the second consecutive game, will be number 34, Jay Janney. He played in the playoff game against these Neumann Knights last year. He has a 1-0-0 record, goals against average 1.0, save percentage of .968 in Kutztown's victory over Sunny Paderna last Sunday to be exact. Dominic Vanzelli, wearing number 29, will get the start for the Knights. He played in the second game these two teams played in the regular season last year. There you see him wearing number 29 in the Ken Dryden retro pads. They look really good on him, I will say.
This past season had these two teams meet for 3 times, and the Knights were the victors every single game. Kutztown played valiantly in their first matchup last year on Hockey Fights Cancer / Homecoming Night, but fell 5-4 in overtime. The Bears would play them again in February in the regular season, but lost 6-4. And finally, in the semifinals of the DVCHC playoffs, both KU and Neumann played their hearts out, but the Knights would come out to win in overtime, 1-0.
With the national anthem concluded, the game is about to get underway. For the first time this season, the Kutztown Golden Bears will go against the Neumann University Knights. One thing I wanted to mention, actually, I found out during pregame is about Kutztown forward, who's now a sophomore, number 13, Griffin Carpenter. He's been out since the fall semester. Actually, he played in the fall semester. He was out in the spring semester, and so far this year, due to ineligibility, I've been told he is now eligible. He's on the bench tonight in a suit. He will not play tonight, but he will be back on the ice next week. Definitely a jolt added to the Kutztown roster, but that'll be for another day. Jay Jenny and Dominic Vanzelli, the two netminders starting for tonight's game between the Knights and Golden Bears. Kutztown is 2-1-0. They won 3-2 versus Ramapo. Lost 8-1 to High Point, but they won 7-1 against Sunny Frederica. As Neumann won 4-2 last night against Catholic University. Neumann went 2-1 in nationals last year. 2 of those wins going to overtime. As the puck is dropped and we're underway, it's the Golden Bears and the Knights for the first time this year. Kutztown going 0-3 against the Knights last year. 2 of those games going to overtime, including the playoffs. One of those games, Chase Canestra had a hat trick and Hockey Bites Cancer / homecoming night. With only 3 teams in the National Division now, it makes these division games between Kutztown, Neumann, and Penn State Harrisburg that much more significant. As the captain Paracone's going to try to whack it in, his bounce is nearly on a delayed offside as the Knights clear it back away from Morrison. This goes past the blue line as Paracone will have to deposit back to DeRosa. Line change for Neumann on their back end. Paracone makes a pass on the boards, nearly connected to Grady. And he lost control of this puck here. Grabowski got ahead there towards Canestra. Grady towards the circle. Guides the puck behind that as Grabowski is going to try to avoid the check of Bauer, but he gets taken down anyway. Bauer makes a check again. Swawinski knife it away. Narrowly makes a centering pass in front, but it would not go. Nick Leon wearing the Bill Barber number 7. Had a great first weekend for the Golden Bears. So far, 2 goals, 2 assists, and 4 points in only 3 games for the rookie wearing 7 in goal as Jay Janney makes his first save of the night. Bauer trying to get control here near the Kutztown bench. The puck nearly comes to center ice, comes up into the air. Gravity brings it down as it goes back towards the corner. Leon outlets one ahead to Stephen Grady, rushing on the wing as they'll deposit it back towards the corner for Bauer to pick it back up. It's a centering pass goes off behind the net as Neumann will try to control it here. And Nello will give it to his line mate here. Line change for the Golden Bears, at least a slight line change. O'Neill briefly touched it as this goes behind the net. Asher Paul Putt will take control here. One of several freshmen. Nearly chipped there off the corner from the right play by Victor Foley. There are some players left from Neumann from last year's team, but they have lost several key playmakers, including number 21, Ralph Triburetti, who scored the overtime goal in the playoffs against the Golden Bears last year. Gavin Wolf was there for it. Colton Bates gets checked from right behind, as now this puck is still near the circle. Chipping after there was Wolf, as the Knights could have skipped away. A wrist shot goes off the high glass. I believe that was Jansen who got the wrister from high. Asher Paul Putt with a slap shot, a save made there by Vanzelli as he will cover up with 17:15 to go in the first period. Former Kutztown Golden Bear Dalton Bull and James Dan are in the building tonight watching their Golden Bears play. As DeRosa takes his shot from the point, it goes wide. Foster, who played mainly as a defenseman last year, is a forward. He's actually had a center position. He took the last faceoff just now. This is going to be Paracone from out high. Took a wrister, and that hit a Knight on the way. Kamnewski hit in front of the net. This bouncing knuckle puck goes off of Tyree Petaway as the Knights manage to clear. But this will be an icing against them. So even though Kutztown went 0-3 against Neumann last year, in at least 2 of those games, they were neck and neck. As 2 of those games went to OT. The one game Neumann got away with was a 6-4 win. Ironically, Dominic Vanzelli in net for the Knights tonight played in that game back in early February of 2024. This is going to be a knifed away back towards the left wing of the corner as Paracone makes a check there near the blue line. And now this puck comes back towards the corner. Chasing after here is Petaway. Petaway sent one in front, and it's punctured away by Vanzelli. Going to get a hard pass in front, as now McGinley is going to chase it down with speed as it's broken up by Remsek. Andrew McGinley had a good season for the Knights last year. He already has a goal to start the year out, scoring last night against Catholic University. Grady tried to clear this back down past the blue line. This is slapped off the boards there by James Morrison. No icing here. And now hits it off the glass over the head there of Angelo. As this puck comes nearly towards center ice, Canestra will have to take possession here at his own end. Chase will now try to move with some speed. Got around a defender, and he comes over the line. Canestra on the wing, looking at some options here, going right behind it and trying to throw it in front. No one there to tip it home. With someone's stick goes flying all the way down to center ice. That was the stick that belonged to Luke Remsek, and he got checked down. It's going to be a penalty here coming up against the Knights. The Golden Bears are going on the power play. Ryan Barnett guilty of that play, checking down Remsek while he was down. And the power play early on for the Golden Bears. Off this time, the Golden Bears take control. Novak briefly touched it as well as DeRosa. Twirls back towards the blue line. Got it ahead for Perico right behind the net as he sweeps it aside there for Canestra. Novak will try to get to it as the Knights get it back away. They're going to move on the wing now. Here's Morrison with the wrister. That goes wide. Sure-handed chance there for Neumann. 1:40 to go on their power play. 15 minutes to go in the first period. No score early on at the campus. Here's Canestra moving in with some speed. Holding on. Waits. Wraps it around in front of the net. And that goes wide from Pericone as Vanzelli was down. And the Knights get lucky there as they manage to clear. Janney sweeps the puck for Stephen Grady as the Knights really got fortunate with that chance for Kutztown not going their way. Grady coming on in with some speed, twirling around behind that as he lost control there from Morrison, who got the short-handed chance recently for the Knights. DeRosa keeps it in. Grady cuts down finally, trying to control here. Grady with a shot. Vanzelli when he made the initial stop, and he's got the rebound as he does a snow angel. He actually tips the puck into the net, but that was after play was blown dead. Leo off this face-off. Colton Bates tried to get possession. A Knights player fell down on the court. That shot goes wide. As it's stuck behind the net, falling down there was Kamnewski as he was covering Leon. Slap shot towards the net. Would not go. I believe that came from Bauer as now the Knights managed to clear with 36 seconds to go on their penalty kill. Slotwinski tried to get this puck away from the possession of Tyler Rupert. As now the Golden Bears will try to carefully maneuver this past center ice into the Knights zone. It's cleared back ahead. Bates, the nearest Golden Bear, too, will take it right in front of us. Leon trying to scoop it ahead, or scoop it out of the skates. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Newman will go back the other way. Here comes Angelo. Angelo, short-handed pass towards the right wing. Backhand shot, saved by Jay Janney. Coming from Rupert as Barnett is freed from the box of shame. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. No score still in this first period. Kutztown trying to get it out of their own zone. This pass goes to Josh Bauer. Bauer just tipped past nearly. It's taken away by McGinley. It is. Took a wrist shot. That goes wide. It was Bauer trying to clear it. It made a weird ricochet. Goes right to the Neumann forward, McGinley, as his chance went wide. That goes in front of the net again. I believe Jay Janney got a piece of it initially, as this is a delayed offside here against the Knights. Wiped off. Line chase for Kutztown. Jansen coming into the zone, gets taken down as he already lost the puck by then. This is going to be kept in by Matt Dan. Good play by the freshman. Gavin Wolf with a shot. Van Zelle almost seen a bit out of position there as he made the stop. Dan trying to make some plays here as he's going to go after the defender Grabowski, taken away there by O'Neal as he fanned on the wrist shot. Dan tried to forecheck there as this puck comes back towards center ice. O'Neal trying to get this puck off the boards. Wolf trying to get a whack at it as it bounces towards the left corner. O'Neal makes a slight check. Foley gave this puck away from Dan as now this is going to be Paracone circling back at his own end. Foley off the boards in the stick of Wolf. Paracone will give it back to his wingman there. That was Asher Paul Putt. Taken away there by the Knights. His back pass comes right behind there for Zecco, where the Mario Lemieux, number 66 on the ice for Neumann tonight. Something kicked away there by Komnewski as his puck comes rolling back past center ice. Foley towards the wing. It's taken away by Petaway. Try to get possession here. Bouncing puck comes back towards the other circle. Backhanded by Foster. D-Rose with a slap shot deflected wide. I believe it went up of Izzy. Foster side that play. In front. Van Zelle with a fantastic stuff. The net comes off its moorings as play is finally blown dead. Foster getting a little physical afterwards. Petaway just tried to escape out of that scrum. We'll see if there's any penalties come out as a result of that. Still waiting to see if any players are going to go to the box. It does not seem like that's going to be the case. So they're going to move the faceoff to one of the offside dots, and we'll resume play. This faceoff was won by Gus Suganer, who had a goal last night for Neumann. Plummer hits it off the boards towards the wing now. Leone trying to get possession. As now the Golden Bears get a shot there from Grady that goes wide of the goal. Paracone will back in one past Leone. Plummer off the skate of Grady. Knights will now try to move in with some offensive numbers if they can. As this is taken away by Stephen Grady. Bauer will deposit it back in. No icing here since he was already past the center ice line. Plummer will give it there for Morrison. Plummer trying to whack at it right in front of us. You can almost feel them right in front of the camera here on how close they just got. This pass is collected there by Mills. Intercepted by the captain. Paracone lost control. Good play made there by Plummer as he recovered. Mills will try to get it past the blue line. This is Bauer towards it near the Neumann bench. As it comes back towards the defensive zone. Line change for the Knights. Cadastra faking the drive. Moving it on the left side. Holds on. Trying to throw it in front of the net, but no one there for Kutztown to whack it in. This pass goes off the glass. All the way down. Icing here coming up against Neumann as we pass the halfway point of this first period. They're going to move the face-off to the other side. Repsick will go for the face-off against Tyler Rupert, and Repsick wins it. Swatwinski taking a wrister that goes wide. He almost looked like he was looking for a ricochet. Swatwinski scored a deflection goal in front of the net on the power play goal against Ramapo last Friday. And that easy wrist shot stopped there by Jay Jetty as he couldn't cover up the rebound here. As now the Knights are going to set up some kind of offense of their own. They already have 3 shots on that so far in this period. 8 shots on that for Kutztown. Jackson Novak, the former president of the team, now named co-captain, gets taken down. It almost seemed like almost thought he was tripped off a stick. He seemed to fall on his own power since we're still on 5-on-5. This is Antonio Onell, the sophomore, trying to get his first goal in college hockey this season. He's more of a defensive defenseman, but I'm sure he would want to score some point in his college career. Shot back away by Angelone, backhanded towards the wing. Grabowski will have to retrieve it back for Neumann. He'll get some options here. He'll bring it past the goal here. Angelone, forecheck there by Dan. O'Neal right behind the net. This comes in front there for Jansen. He'll turn him on back. Dan has some space waiting at the point as this this shot goes wide. Paul Putt will take a wrister. That goes wide of the net of Vanzale. 8:10 to go in the first, still no score at the campus. McGinley gives the right ahead there for Angelone. He falls down on the circle as he ran to Asher Paul Putt. And we're going to have a penalty coming up here. This is going to be an interference call against the Golden Bears. This will be on Asher Paul Putt. And the power play to the Neumann Knights. So Asher Paul Putt, the rookie defenseman, in the box is shaved for 2 minutes. Neumann will get their first chance on the man advantage. Barnett, who caused the first penalty of this game, will go for this faceoff. Pair cut off the boards. Morrison keeps it in on the point. As the Knights are going to get some possession here. Here's Morrison from the point. On the left side now, Morrison gets it back. Holds, passes the side, and that shot saved there by Jay Janney. It seemed to be initially coming from Rosenkrantz as the Golden Bears manage to clear. Morrison will take it out himself. Gives the right ahead. Strutiner will give it back to Morrison. On the right wing here is Rosenkrantz with the Ovechkin number 8. And that shot's blocked. Good play made there by the Golden Bears. Here's DeRosa coming in shorthanded, in over the line. With Foster, got it to him. Foster, backhand goes wide. In front of the net as that second try would not go. Good chances for Kutztown. The Knights had their fair share of a penalty kill chance earlier. Actually, shorthanded chance, I should say, during the Kutztown power play as Kutztown gets their chance shorthanded on Neumann's power play. Halfway through the man advantage now for the Knights as Kutztown manages to clear. Kamnewski will wait in his own zone, trying to escape the reach of Tyree Petaway. McGinley giving it in front towards Angelone at center. Knights trying to reset here as they'll give it towards the left wing there of Forseca. Forseca will give it towards McGinley. Nearly taken there by Wolf. And now here comes Petaway. 2-on-1 developing here. Gavin Wolf, slap shot. He scores! A slap shot by the grad student, Gavin Wolf. You're going to want to see that one again. And it's 1-0 Golden Bears.
Johnson is there. And scores! 1 second to play in the period.
So Gavin Wolf, the shorthanded slap shot blast from the wing, makes it 1-0 in favor of the Golden Bears. That's his first goal and point of this season. As the power play has now come to an end here for Neumann, and it did not go well for them. 6 minutes to go in the first period as McGinley gets taken down. It's right as Neumann's power play comes to an end. They're about to go on another one. McGinley drawed it. I did not see who caused it. It is on Antonio Ernella. Second straight penalty on a Kutztown defenseman. So right after they go up 1-0, they'll go back on the penalty kill. Neumann with a chance to tie it up. And off this time, the Knights win it right off the bat. As that shot goes wide of Jay Janney coming from Grabowski. Back towards the right wing here, Barnett. Grabowski taking control. His shot nearly tipped towards the net as that goes wide. Grabowski back towards the left side. That goes high and wide over the net there of Jay Janney. Coming there from Skoduka, as now the Knights will have it back here at center. Barnett ran in there by Nick Leone, the outstanding freshman so far. Once again, the freshmen seem to not have their new maroon helmets just yet, so they're still wearing their old buckets from previous teams. And that shot's turned away by Jay Janney. Comes up into the air, and we seem to have a whistle as the puck was still up in the air as play is blown dead with 5:05 to go in the first. Still a minute 17 to go on the power play for the Knights. If you didn't catch earlier, I'll be broadcasting Kutztown's D3 game tomorrow at 1 o'clock as the Golden Bears will take on the Gettysburg College Bullets at the Body Zone. Kopniewski giving it back to his defense. As the Knights will clear it back into the Kutztown zone. Petaway will have to chase for it here. They'll take it nearly behind the net. McGinley drops it back. Kopniewski sign that play for Angelino as he'll step on back. Passing it towards the wing there. As Leone's trying to kick it free from his reach. Knights now take it right back. Kopniewski from up high. McGinley, that shot trickles wide to the net of Jay Janney. This is backhanded off the boards there by Cameron Wolf. As Cameron Wolf will make a pass towards the right side there of McGinley. Kopniewski holding fire. That shot goes wide of the right pad of Jay Janney. 20 seconds to go on the Knights power play. Barnett. Now it's Wolf. Side that play. That shot from Kopniewski goes wide. See the bounce off the side part of the net. It looked like 10 seconds to go on the power play as the Golden Bears hit it off the ceiling, and that stops the clock with 3:55 left. That is a complaint I've heard from players before about the campus ring. I personally think it's really nice, but I've always heard on how the roof is a little too close to the ice and the puck hits that roof a bit too much. Rupert for the faceoff. Won by the Knights. Plummer. This comes to the right side by Morrison. That shot goes wide as the power play has expired and Noah's out of the box to shave. He'll go to the box and be replaced by Jackson Novak. And this will be icing against Kutztown since the power play has concluded. So they'll have this face-off on the right side of Jay Janney. As Kutztown will try to get it past the blue line. Nate's due for now. The recent goal scorer, Wolf, trying to get this to Petaway. Held by the stick of... This is held off the stick there of the goaltender, Manzali. Shot there past the wing there. As Canestra's down for as well as Novak. Paracom will have to take control. DeRosa. Trying to get to Repsick is intercepted by the Knights, but it's an offside. It's against them. Still 3:07 remaining in this young first period as Bauer would go for this faceoff against Cameron Wolf. I'm pretty sure Cameron Wolf and Gavin Wolf are not related. Their names are slightly spelled different. Cameron Wolf, his last name is spelled W-O-L-F. Gavin Wolf's last name is spelled W-O-L-F-F. Morrison will have to back him on as he gets checked hard by Canestra. Oh, man, Morrison seemed to be hit hard off the shoulder of Canestra, and he's going to get penalized for that. Morrison is still down. He seemed to try to get up on his own power, but he seems to be in a lot of discomfort. Canestra is going to go in the box, but obviously the bigger concern is if James Morrison is going to be okay. He's on his knees now as medical assistance has now reached to him on the ice. That's a good sign. Morrison able to be able to skate off on his own power. And it looks like he's going to come off the ice for at least the remainder of this period. For Canestra on the scoreboard, they have given him at least a 2-minute power play, or 2-minute penalty, I should say. We'll see if they add anything more. It looks like Canestra is now coming off the ice. I don't know if he's been given a 10-minute misconduct or a game ejection. I'll try to get an update during the intermission, as now they have marked a 5-minute penalty on the scoreboard against Canestra. So it would appear a 5-minute major power play is about to begin for the Knights. And this power play will indeed go into the second period. And for those of you who don't know, a major penalty, when you have a major power play, does not end if the team on the man advantage scores. It keeps going until the 5 minutes conclude. So Kutztown kind of has their backs on the wall here, but a big chance for Neumann to at least get a few on the board, possibly. Kutztown having several penalties in this period, definitely something they're going to, I would think, discuss in the locker room after the end of this first period, as they're still up 1-0. Cameron Wolf, forechecked away by Bates, kept in. That wrist shot gloved aside there by Jay Janney. Right now it says the shots on net are 9-7 in favor of the Golden Bears, so I think that's going to, it might, or I would think it would be more than likely to drastically change in favor of the Knights within these next few moments. Kupniewski will get this puck back towards the high slot, back towards the right wing there. Turning it back around there. That's Forseca avoiding the reach of Foster. Forseca trying to get it towards the left side of the net, but it was a blocked pass. As now Paracone trying to get this puck away from McGinley. Angelo. This comes right behind the net. Forseca. Kupniewski taking a pass that goes right behind the net there. Paracone, who blasting one off the glass and gets it out of harm's way from Kutztown's perspective. With less than 2 minutes to go in this first period. Kupniewski, Cameron Wolf, lobbing it back ahead to McGinley. He's trying to swerve past through center ice, trying to come right past over the line. As Kupniewski's going to take control, has room on the wing. McGinley turning back around. Repsy makes a good play to break up his possession time with the puck. Wolf. McGinley on the left circle. This bouncing puck, I believe, went off of Paracone as Kupniewski gets it back. Back and comes there for McGinley. Waits, holds, firing, glove save, Jay Janney. Still a minute 15 to go in this first period. The 1-0 Kutztown. The only goal coming from Gavin Wolf, one of 2 grad students on the team, the other being Jackson Novak. Off this tie, the Knights win it in the Kutztown zone. And that wrist shot goes wide from Grabowski. Grabowski, wearing 61 in navy blue, took another wrister that was blocked in front. I believe it went off of Rosenkrantz. As now it's controlled back by Rosenkrantz. Last minute to play in the first period. This is nearly shot from the corner of the net there by Barnett as the Bears clear with 50 seconds to go. Pass coming towards the left wing. Nearly broken up by Sławinski. Subdurka is going to drop it on back there for Grabowski. That shot goes wide of the blocker side of Jay Janney. Backhanded aside there, nearly connected there to Barnett. They'll take control on the right point as he was trying to receive this pass back there coming from Rosenkrantz. Was unable to receive it. 18 seconds to go in the period. Barnett escaping the reach of Gavin Wolf. Barnett coming into the Kutztown zone. 10 seconds left. Neumann trying to get at least one last chance here if they can. Barnett. Kobnewski. That shot is deflected off a stick and wide. Time's going to wind down. It is 1-0 Kutztown after one. The goal coming from Gavin Wolf. Shots on net. 9-8 Kutztown. But the Knights will still have a 5-minute major power play remaining on that penalty. It's 2 minutes and 18 seconds. I'll try to get word if Canestra was ejected from the game or if he's just been given a misconduct. We'll be back for the second period. Second period is about to get underway. It's 1-0 Kutztown, courtesy of Gavin Wolf. Neumann is on a 5-minute major power play. There's still 2:18 remaining on the penalty on Chase Canestra on his hit on James Morrison. And speaking of Kutztown forward number 45, Chase Canestra, I do indeed have an update on the sophomore forward. He has been officially ejected for the game, so he will not play for the remainder of this matchup. Definitely a big loss for the Golden Bears for tonight's game. I do not know if he's going to be suspended for any games afterwards, but that's a question for another day. So for this period, you'll get a better look at the Kutztown defense and goaltender Jay Janney as they'll be switching sides here. And as Kutztown's going to start this period on the penalty kill, we'll get a good look at their defense from the defensemen perspectives and their forwards. So the first line is going to be Perricone, Wolf, DeRosa, and Petaway. So again, Chase Canestra will be out for the remainder of this game due to the hit he had on James Morrison, who wears number 9 in navy blue and yellow. For the Knights, I do not know if he'll be back tonight. We'll see if he returns to this game. As we're still waiting the beginning of this period, they seem to be trying to fix something up in the net of Dominic Vanzelli. There must be something wrong with the moorings or the blue paint. They're trying to fix something up. As one of the, I believe the Zamboni driver is actually out there on the ice. Not the Zamboni itself, but the driver. Can't see what they're trying to fix, but hopefully they'll get that done shortly as we will get started with the second period. As a few of the Golden Bears are taking a knee for a little rest here right before we get started in the second, as we'll patiently wait for the ice surface in the Neumann net to get fixed up. Apologies for this delay here. This was a bit unexpected to start this second period as they're still trying to fix whatever is wrong with the ice at the other end. I almost consider moving to the other side of the ice for the second period so you can get a good look at the offense, but I thought I owe the defense and goaltending some due here so they could at least have a good view of how they play in this game during this period. Some of you might wonder why I don't always go from center ice to broadcast games. It always depends on the rink itself. If the rink is higher up, like say there's seats that goes over the glass, it's safety netting, I should go from there because I'm higher up. But when you go from center ice in these rinks that don't have levels higher than the boards, it doesn't look as good. You have to be very close to the glass. As we still have a delay here. Whatever is wrong with the ice, I'm sure it's appropriate for them to take as long as they need to fix it. The Lehigh Valley Scholastic Hockey League, which is the league I've been involved with more than any hockey league over these first few years of broadcasting, will be returning in October. The schedule still is yet to be released. I'll be returning for a third full season, and I intend to mainly be once again with the Southern Lehigh Spartans. It'll be my last year in the league. And I believe they have just fixed a problem, whatever issue they may have had, as the Zamboni driver has now exited the ice. He was wearing a green hoodie, and he has closed the doors. And here we go. The players are now approaching center ice, and the second period is finally about to get underway. It'll be Wolf and McGinley to start the second period, and we're underway in the second, finally. Gavin Wolf moving it shorthanded again as his shot goes wide. Angelo will backhand one past the previously mentioned Gavin Wolf as Kupnowski passes right behind his net. 2 minutes to go in the major power play for the Knights as they're trailing 1-0. Kupnowski giving it right ahead there for Cameron Wolf. Just goes over the noggin there of DeRosa. As the Knights will try to set something up here, and they will. Fareka, this is broken up by Gavin Wolf. Gives it ahead for Petaway, trying to move it short-handed, trying to get around defenders. He gets taken down there as Van Zille made the save. As Petaway was taken down hard, seems to be a bit of a discomfort near the boards on the other side of the ice. He's down on one knee, and it looks like he's okay. He's able to skate and get back up on his own power. I'll let you know if I see James Morrison, the player for the Knights who got hit hard by Canestra in the first period, if he returns. Grabowski is taken away off the stick of DeRosa as Barnett will take possession at center. Barnett will take it back on the wing here. Taken away by DeRosa, who clears it down to kill some clock here on the Kutztown penalty kill. Grabowski broke it up by the play of Colton Bates as his puck comes right behind the net. Kutztown doing a good job killing off this penalty so far in this period. Less than a minute to go on the Knights' power play. No icing here. I thought that was going to be an icing. It was not. Foster gets taken down by a Knights player. I believe he got tripped up there by Rosenkrantz. It may have been off his body and not his stick unintentionally, as Foster was somewhat shoved there near the blue line by Gorowski. Puck comes free, and the Knights take control. Forseka. Beg my pardon, that's actually Skodua. Someone lost their stick. That was Skodua, who lost his overpriced stick behind the net of Jay Janney. Van Zille. Was trying to clear it pass towards center. Forseka avoids a check. What a play he made as DeRosa tried to hammer him down near the blue line. We have a delayed penalty coming up here. This is going to be against the Knights. Van Zille touches up Jay Janney. He was trying to get to the bench, and there's still 2 seconds to go on the Canestra penalty. So Kutztown is about to go on a minute 58 power play. It's going to be on Barnett once again. So Barnett for the second time tonight in the penalty box. So it'll be 4-on-4 for only 2 seconds. And then Kutztown, luckily, this power play will start near their bench, so they'll get their extra attacker onto the ice very quickly. Swatwinski was serving the Canestra penalty. He'll go onto the bench and be replaced by Gavin Wolf. And the power play has now begun for Kutztown. So the Golden Bears survived the 5-minute major penalty, and now they get a power play to start right after it expired. Stephen Grady on the wing. Gives it behind himself to Perricone. Off the boot there of DeRosa. Drops it back there for Novak. Back to DeRose. Flipping it back. Slashed up by Perricone. And I believe he tried to get more power on that shot, but it just didn't go his way. As now McGinley shorthanded will clear it back out for Neumann. Jay Janney will control the puck with his stick blade to Novak. But a fantastic goal against Penn State Harrisburg in this building last year. As Perricone falls down, I think fans are looking for a penalty. They're not going to get it. As Perricone, I'm not sure if he's limping or something happened to his skate blade. He seems to be hobbling himself just to get back to the bench. He'll be replaced by Jansen. Grady. Somewhat controlled there by Repsick. So I don't know if Perricone got hurt or something happened to his stick blade just based on how he was trying to skate back to the bench. Hopefully the captain's okay. 39 seconds on the Kutztown power play. Canestra, break my pardon, that was Graney. Jansen, that shot goes over the net and behind. 30 seconds on the Barnett penalty. Repsick. Novak will give it back to his wingman, Repsick. That's broken up there by Rupert. As Bauer, the former Parkland Trojan in the LVSHL, will bring it into the Neumann zone. Bauer with a wrist shot saved there by Vinzale with the pillow pads. 10 seconds on the power play now. Bauer, Repsick, passing it across there. Here is Novak who winds and fires, and it's blocked. Jansen trying to get a rebound there as Barnett is out of the box of shame, goes to the bench, being replaced there by Mills. And out of the bench there is Mills. Trying to get a play as Repsick broke up the play there for the Knights. Back to 5-on-5 hockey for now. Jackson Novak flipping it past towards center ice, trying to get an outlet pass. And this will be icing against Kutztown. So Dura will go on the faceoff against Bauer. Mills tried to chase after it here for the Knights. Novak got to it first as both their bodies ran into one another on the boards. Colton Bates in 71 in gold and maroon, chasing it down here right behind the net, gets somewhat taken down. Knights will flip it towards center ice and did not hit the roof as this puck is taken by Jansen. Jansen on the wing, took a wrist shot, and that goes wide of Vanzale. Kept in the zone there by the sophomore Frankie Izzy. First time we're saying his name tonight. Petaway off the boards. Comes right behind the net. And Nell was down for it there as well near the blue line. Backhanded there by Jansen. Couldn't get it that far away as the Knights will now try to get past center ice here. Subduro was towards it as this puck goes right into the breadbasket of Jay Janney. He's not going to hold on as he leaves it for his defense. And Nella, Izzy, somewhat checked, taken over there by the Knights. Backhand shot, Jay Janney makes an easy stop. He's got it. Now saving 9 of 9 shots so far in this game. As Kutztown's going to get some fresh legs onto the ice. Bates will go for the faceoff against McGinley. Won by Neumann as it's cleared back down. Foley, the nearest Knight to it, under Vinzelli. Turnover towards O'Neal as they try to get another shot off that chance. Here is putt with a shot. That's stopped there by Vanzale. He had a lane. It goes off the pads of Vanzale, just not into the net. Good chance there for putt. Jay Jennings just going to hold on here for another faceoff in the Kutztown zone of the ice. So, again, another competitive game so far in a game between Kutztown and Neumann. As the Knights win this faceoff off of Colton Bates. Can't take it down there in front of the net was 27. I beg my pardon. I do not have his number, unfortunately, on the roster sheet for tonight. They'll try to take control off the body of Antonio Anella. Bouncing puck comes nearly behind the net. Ryan Miller, who is not the former Buffalo Sabres goaltender, just to reference him, the great goaltender for the Sabres who actually had his number retired last year, or 2 seasons ago, I should say. Not related to that goaltender at all, Ryan Miller. At least I do not believe. And one thing, one of my favorite all-time broadcasters, Rick Jenneret, who passed away in 2023, would always say about Sabres goalie Ryan Miller, whenever he would make a great save, he would say, "You want Miller time," referencing the beer. Stephen Graney trying to reach for this puck. DeRosa defending for it. Pass nearly goes to McGinley, and this will be an icing against the Knights. McGinley almost seeming like to disagree with it. Was able to kind of see his facial expressions as he was passing by our camera setup. Off this tie up there for, I believe that was Repsick on the faceoff. It was. McGinley tried to escape away from him. He's going to move in with some speed, trying to skip the stick of Graney. Graney lost his stick as Repsick is going to take control here, giving it to Pericone. This knuckle puck bounces to Graney. Graney trying to escape the reach of Barnett as well as McGinley. Repsick is towards the boards now behind the net of Van Zale. Both teams trying to get some semblance of possession here. Forseca off the stick there of Angelone. DeRosa keeps it onside. Actually, no. Thought he kept it onside. He denies. He took a slap shot that went wide, but play was blown dead beforehand. This puck goes out of play. Only took a few more seconds off the clock. And I believe it's stuck somewhere on the blue part of the roof there. The Golden Bears are trying to go for it. That's Josh Bauer. And then finally comes free. Good play made there. That was Leone. It was. Nick Leone was able to get it out. I bet that's happened plenty of times in this rink before. This reminds me, actually, at the Body Zone rink, in the rink 1 of that facility in Reading, there's actually a few disco balls on the roof. Wonder what happened if a puck hit that. Probably nothing good. A big hit's made there by Pericone as he tried to take down Forseca. I'm not sure if you're able to see my banner. May have gone the way of that hit, at least for you guys to see back at home. But you can certainly hear it, I would think. Pericone will shovel this one nearly off the body of Leone. This nearly comes in front as it goes past the blue line. No icing here as this was caused by Kutztown. Janney will leave it for Pericone. Nearly turned over. Petaway will try to escape away past center ice. Lifts it towards the wing, and this will be an offside against Kutztown. It's DeRosa trying to shove down Aiden Grabowski after the play, but it's easily broken up. And I do not believe we have any penalties as a result of that. Off this tie-up, won by the Knights in their own zone. They're going to try to flip it past center. It's somewhat turned over towards Petaway. And now it's Jansen. Jansen towards the wing there of Izzy was somewhat shoved there by Komnewski. And I believe that hit was actually somewhat on the linesman as well. Everyone seems to be okay from that. And meanwhile, here comes Ethan Mills. Mills on the corner, sweeps it right behind the net. Being controlled there by Foley. That shot there, it's turned away by Jay Janney. Another shot off the right arm there, Jay Janney. He actually may have gotten a piece of that with his waffle blocker on his right hand, holding his stick as well. This comes past towards center. As the Knights deposit it back in. Jansen will take it for the Golden Bears. Nearly turned it over. It's kicked free. Foster, again, playing forward right now. He was playing forward and defense in a mixture of games last week at Penn State Harrisburg. Going to Keystone Showcase. It seemed like they're playing him more at forward than defenseman so far. Forgot to mention Justin Tanjuko is a scratch for tonight's game. I forgot to ask the coaches about the scratches. I just noticed he's on the bench tonight wearing a suit, so he's not playing tonight. Jansen will shoot it past center. And no icing. Shot on that save there by Van Zale. It's still loose. Bates a backhand shot as Van Zale got that chance as well. I was going to say, I wonder why they canceled the icing. It seems like the Golden Bears won that race, and they got a few chances. As we're now halfway through the game, we're halfway through the second period and regulation. Still 1-0 Kutztown. The only goal coming from Gavin Wolf. O'Neal trying to flip it past center towards the recent goal scorer, Wolf. Shot back in there by Morrison. So Morrison is back in the game, it would seem to be. Yes, he is. So that's a good sign that he's okay from the hit from Chase Canestra. Plummer will chase it down here for Neumann. Back to the recently mentioned Morrison. Lost control of the puck. Wolf trying to get it away from him. This is a delayed offsides here against Kutztown. Wiped down as Plummer is going to take it out of his own net. Angelone on the wing will simply shoot it in. Off the boards behind the net and goes off of the back part by Paragon. Turnover in front. Jenny made a pair of stops and it's under his body. He's got it. Paragon trying to get the puck out of his own zone. He simply turned it over, but Jay Janney, luckily from KU's perspective, was ready for it as he makes a tandem of stops. Shots on net are now 14-12 in favor of the hometown Kutztown Golden Bears as they are labeled as the home team tonight. DeRosa lost it as Jay Janney will have to cover it up. I believe DeRosa briefly had it as he's talking to the captain Paracone right now after the play. Barnett wins the faceoff. Graney trying to get it past center ice. McGinley keeps it in. DeRosa will try to take possession. It's touched by Barnett. Barnett trying to whack this puck free from DeRosa. Angelone is now behind the net, getting away from the captain Paracone as he gets leveled there by DeRosa. He does stay on his 2 feet as DeRosa lost his stick. That stuff goes off on Jay Janney, I believe, as Remsick is going to try to move past through center ice for the Golden Bears. Had 4 goals and 4 assists last season. Remsick has 1 assist so far this season as he got it last weekend. Roback trying to get this puck stuck between now these bodies here. That shot goes towards them. Van Zale made a save as a shot by Paracone was blocked. Paracone will now have it on the left side here for the Golden Bears. That shot off the screen and Van Zale goes wide. This goes off the stick of Novak. Paracone's going to take control here to Antonio Onella. Got to play against his former teammate, Alec Rittenhouse, the goaltender, as they both played with each other on the Igloo Jaguars in the Atlantic Hockey Federation. They played each other during their first game of the regular season against the Ramapo Roadrunners. Rittenhouse had a good game, actually, against Kutztown last Friday. And Dan takes a big hit near the blue line. He seemed to run into Donald Rosenkrantz. Both players appear to be A-OK, as this is going to be an icing. Bauer will try to win this face-off. Dan's on the ice right now for the Golden Bears as he somewhat trips on his own power. This puck comes free to Rosenkrantz. As Onella will take it with 7 minutes to go in the second period. This will be icing against Kutztown. Now they'll move the face-off to the other end of the ice. So Kutztown will play the Neumann Knights again. It won't be until November 8th. And they may possibly play them again in the playoffs. Who knows? Asher Paul Putt will circle back around in his own zone. This nearly goes off of Dan. Not Dan trying to take control as a player for the Knights goes down. That was Foley. He was not hit by Dan as Foley fell on his own power near the Zamboni door. Bauer right behind and then trying to throw it towards Leone as that was easily broken up. As his puck comes past the blue line, and here comes Neumann. Rosenkrantz. Asher Paul puck got to it first. He ran into Verzetka. As now here comes Josh Bauer on the wing, took a wrist shot, and that puck is stopped there by Dominic Van Zale in his first start of the season, trying to keep his Knights in this game. Foster will go for the face-off, and he wins it. Petaway off the tie-up, and that goes wide. This now goes off the stick of Ethan Mills. Petaway trying to get for this puck back, and here comes Mills. He's got room on a one-on-one. Mills, a backhand shot. Janney with the stop. He ran to the Kutztown goaltender, Janney, after the play as he keeps it out, and Janney appears to be all right. As they'll give Janney all the time he needs to put his helmet back up. They have fixed the net and put it back on its moorings. And the game is about to resume. A tad less than 6 minutes to go in this period. Knights taking it right away. And that shot from the angle, stopped by Jay Janney. The puck is still loose. Behind the net is Tradura. And now this is controlled by Morrison. Backhands one. Easily taken away by DeRosa. And now Izzy, 2-on-1, nearly developing up here as Foster fell down. The Knights took the puck right back. And now it's Izzy. Shoots it in. Morrison behind the goal. The shots in that are now tied at 15 apiece, it seems to be. Perricone, that shot goes wide. Another stick goes flying. That was the stick of Petaway outside of the playing zone where the puck is right now. This puck deflects, goes towards Petaway, and now it's Perricone on the point. This goes off of Izzy, shot from the side of the circle there, off of Van Zale, and it looks like we have a penalty. And based on James Dan clapping to my right, it's going to be against Neumann. It is on Finn Plummer. In the box of shame he goes. So Plummer in for 2. And another opportunity for Kutztown to extend their lead on the main advantage. Graney will go for the faceoff. Knights win it shorthanded. Can't get it out. Good play by Novak. He'll get it right back. Novak will hold on. Now it's Graney. Graney on the side of the net. Took a shot towards the net as it bounces. Almost thought it went in for a brief second, but no, it only bounced on the side of the net. Novak will hold on. Takes his shot, and that goes wide. And now the Knights manage to clear it past center ice. Good play made by Donald Rosenkrantz. Janney will leave it for Novak. Backhands it there for DeRosa. Again, Kutztown's only goal is a shorthanded goal by Gavin Wolf. They have not scored on the power play so far tonight. Neither have the Knights on their power play attempts. As we have, I believe, a penalty based on the arms up in the air here. Hold on a second here. May not be a penalty. Hold on. Let's just wait a second here. Actually, it's not a penalty. The net was just dislodged off its moorings as they're going to fix that. So no penalties. Still 5-on-4 in favor of Kutztown on the amount of players on the ice right now. Still minute 13 to go on the Plummer minor penalty. And off this time, the Golden Bears take possession. Jansen gives it to Repsick. Jansen on the left corner here for Kutztown. Trying to get it towards Repsick. Knights trying to get it away. And they get it out of harm's way, at least for now. Repsick will take it right behind the net as they'll pass it actually to Josh Bauer. Bauer will leave it up ahead for Leone. Somewhat checked as the Knights clear it and kill more time on their penalty kill. Repsick getting it right back from Bauer. Allen went ahead towards Bauer. The Knights clear it once again. They're doing a good job killing this penalty in the second minute. 23 seconds to go on the Plummer penalty. Bauer trying to recover here. And so give it to Leone. Makes a move around McGinley. Coming in over the line as his chance goes wide. Bates. As time is winding down here as the power play has expired. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Plummer will go right to the bench. Bauer on the drive. That goes wide. Rebound there as the net is dislodged. But Vinzali, I believe, covered it up anyway. Now there's now a tad less than 3 minutes to go in the period. Kopnewski lost his puck as now it's wrapped around in front of the net, and that goes wide. That chance coming there for the Golden Bears was Jackson Foster. As we'll get a whistle here right as Petaway touches the puck here. What do we have here? Looks like it's a hooking penalty coming up. If I'm correct. Yes. It's going to be on Antonio Onella. Power play coming up for the Knights once again. So another chance once again for Neumann, trying to at least tie this game up at 1. Kopnewski out back for Sitka. Kopnewski out wide again. Pass it to the other side there. As Wolf gets a shot stopped there by Jay Janney. McGinley back to Cameron Wolf. McGinley on the corner. The play catch. Wolf with a drive goes wide. Kept in the zone there by Grabowski. Angelo. This goes off his body as well as the stick of Paracone. As it's backhanded by Gavin Wolf, actually. Cameron Wolf tried to glove it down as it's cleared away. Paracone takes down Forseca as he comes in over the lines. Gavin Wolf is going to cannon this puck nearly past the blue line. The Knights managed to keep it in, however. Angelo, McGinley, broken up by DeRosa. Good defensive play by the senior defenseman as he clears it past the line. Halfway past the hit. Antonio Onella penalty for hooking. Here comes McGinley on the right side. Was checked there on the boards by Paracone. And we have a whistle here. I'm not sure what for. Might be a Neumann penalty. Not sure. We'll see. Too many men on the ice, if I heard the official correctly, against Neumann. McCowan will serve the penalty for Neumann. He had 2 assists last game. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 47 seconds. And then Kutztown will go on a power play. Now they're saying Tommy Angelo is actually going to serve the penalty based on the scoreboard. So he's in the box, actually. I beg my pardon. Kovnewski manages, actually begged my pardon, that was Grabowski trying to backhand this one away. Grabowski off the boards to Rosa. There we got it away. As now this is Barnett. Outlining one ahead. Graney broke up the play. Paracon will take it here defensively for Kutztown. Paracon somewhat lost this. Novak is going to escape, give it to Graney. And he comes over the line. Drop pass there for Novak. Last minute to play in the second period. Novak whacks it away. Here comes Paracon. Shot there. Stopped there by Vanzelli. The rebound is there as Vanzelli's got it exactly 53 seconds to go in the period. There's only 6 seconds to go on the Antonio Noah penalty. So Kutztown will have a power play for a minute 14. And off this tie-up, the Knights will clear it past the center ice line, and the power play has begun. Icing against Kutztown. Against Neumann. .4 seconds to go on the clock, so Kutztown will do what they can on their man advantage. As Neumann will take the puck off this face-off. Now Novak will take it for Kutztown. Repsick with the pass as Neumann manages to clear. This will be Novak behind his own goal. He has Graney, Repsick, and DeRosa as passing options. Graney will try to backhand one towards Novak. 20 seconds to go. He fell down as he failed to attempt to pass it past center. Actually, he did manage to get into the Neumann zone as he stumbled like Humpty Dumpty on the floor. Here's Novak getting back up on his feet, and that's blocked. D. Rose will go after it. 3 seconds. He's got time to give one last chance. He fanned on it, and it's 1-0 Kutztown after 2 periods. Shots on net, 18-16 in favor of the Golden Bears. Will start the third period with a 27-second 5-on-4 power play. We'll be back for the third and final period of regulation time.
Blades of Steel.
Third period's about to get underway here at the campus rink in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. The score is still 1-0 Kutztown. The goal coming from Gavin Wolf. Kutztown will start the third period on a 27-second 5-on-4 power play. The penalty on Neumann was too many men on the ice. So again, for Kutztown D2, this will be their only game this weekend. They'll be back next Saturday against Sacred Heart at Body Zone. I'll be there for that game more than likely. I'll be broadcasting D3's game tomorrow as they will take on the Gettysburg College Bullets. That game and broadcast will start at approximately 1:00 p.m. As both teams will go back to their benches. Kutztown was 0-3 against the Knights last year. They're trying to get their first win against Neumann in quite some time. Vanzelli will now move to the other side of the ice, as well as Jay Janney for the Golden Bears. Janney so far in this game has stopped 16 of 16, trying to get a shutout in this game. We still have a full 20 minutes at the very least to play in regulation. You can see Kutztown goaltender number 70, Caleb Dinsdale. He's not playing tonight. He's serving as the third-string goalie. one thing I did not know until tonight is that he was actually not able to play last weekend during the Keystone Showcase due to a concussion. He's good to go now. We'll see whenever he starts this season. It won't be tonight. Sticks banging on the boards for the final time to start period regulation as the third period is underway. It's still 1-0 Kutztown. McGinley passing this towards the right wing there of Grabowski. DeRosa trying to get control, getting to it first. Lesleon. D. Rose will backhand one. It goes off the roof once again. Plummer pointing that out automatically as they'll move the face-off to the offside dot near where DeRose actually hit it out of bounds. Still 4 seconds to go on the power play that they are on right now. And actually, they're going to do the face-off at center ice instead. As the penalty has expired, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey for now. Kutztown trying to minimize the amount of penalties they've caused in this game. And that shot goes wide, coming there from the freshman Matt Dan. Paracone's swerving this pass. It goes past a few players. This is Leon. Gets checked there behind there by Grabowski. Novak trying to get this puck around there from Plummer. As Van Zale hits it off the glass and keeps it in the play for now. Paducah trying to get it past center ice. It's chipped off the stick there of Jansen. Glove the side there by Van Zale. As now McGinley will move it past center with the Bobby Clark number 16. Nearly got the puck back right into the body of Antonio Inella. Jansen. Well, backhand one goes off the body there of McGinley. As Novak will lob it towards center ice. It was intercepted there by Angelo to get somewhat taken down there. This puck goes off the glass. And back up the Golden Bears the other way. Luke Repsing over the line took a shot, but it was offsides. I think Repsing getting some words from the official there because he took a shot late. Not sure if he realized it was an offside until it was too late. Don't think he's getting a penalty for that. Although you can get penalized for that if you shoot the puck too late. But usually when it's way too late, not in this case. Colton Bates will go for the face-off here against Wolf. McCallahan trying to get it past center. Jansen gives it to Antonio Inella. Clears it back in. Then Zaley leaves it for Komdowski. Off the boards to get it away from O'Neal. Colton Bates. Now it's Antonio Inella. His shot deflected off the boot there of Komdowski. As this puck bounces back towards the defensive side there for Jansen to retrieve it for Kutztown. Jansen giving it to Gavin Wolf. Trying to give it ahead there for O'Neal. O'Neal trying to reach forward. The defender falls down. O'Neal trying to sneak it away, and he couldn't. Took a shot there, saved there by Van Zale. Was Gavin Wolf. Victor Foley fell down. O'Neal was trying to scoop the puck away from him. It goes right to the stick blade of Gavin Wolf and took a shot on that, but Van Zale was ready for it as he makes the stop. Foster and Barnett. And Barnett wins it for Neumann. Kutztown trying to get possession here. Barnett will try to sneak it away from him. Gives it there for Mills. Barnett clearing it back in. Falling down was Paracone as well as Mills on the corner there. As now the recently mentioned Foley trying to clear it ahead. Foster trying to take a shot without looking. He goes wide. Bobrowski tried to get it ahead. This goes off the skate there of Paracone. Frankie Izzy briefly had it near center. This puck made a weird bounce off the boards and went right in front of the net there of Van Zale. He had no idea where it was for a brief moment. Foley. DeRosa. Trying to clear it ahead. Bouncing pass goes towards the wing there of Foster. Beg my pardon, that is Izzy. Foster's right behind Izzy as the Knights will get it out of that little scrum. Petaway will take control for the Golden Bears. Took a shot right on, and that goes away. Bounces in front of the net. Another shot there by Petaway. It's turned aside by Van Zale. The boards and the glass making several passes for the Golden Bears in these last few moments. It's almost like the arena itself is trying to help out the Golden Bears to win, as this will be an icing against Kutztown. So after the icing, they move the face-off to the other side of the ice. And this face-off is won there by Rupert. Petaway. Racing getting a few chances on net is still on the ice for Golden Bears. This goes off the side, and that comes in front as Petaway will move past through center ice. Petaway coming in over the lines. That shot's turned aside by Vanzelli. Took another shot that was blocked. Petaway has one goal to start this season. He played defense and forward last year. He's a forward right now. Dan briefly had control, fell down on his own power. Cleared ahead by Ryan Miller. And now it's taken by Rupert on the right side. Took a shot. I believe Jay Janney got a piece of it. Paracon will shovel this one towards Bauer. Couldn't get possession. Leone just goes off the body of McGinley. Cleared back ahead there by Aiden Grabrowski. And that shot from the angle goes wide of Jay Janney. McGinley keeping it in. This comes right behind the net. Leone trying to get control here as he makes a defensive check there on Sedura. Shot there from the points block. Bouncing puck comes towards the net. It was gloved aside. As time's winding down in the third period. A little less than 15 minutes to go in the third. Still 1-0 Kutztown. Kutztown trying to get their third win of the season. Neumann trying to get their second win in 2 nights. As they'll go right behind the net there of Jay Janney. That was McGinley. As this puck is still in play, Bauer makes a check near the Zamboni doors on the corner. This is Leone. Lost possession. Taken back by the Knights for a wrister. That goes off of Jay Janney, his shoulder, and out of play. May have went off the crossbar as well. It was so quick. I believe it went off his top left shoulder and some iron as well. It might be mistaken. It is harder to tell on certain plays that take place on the other side of the ice whenever I have to broadcast on the corners. Wolf for the faceoff. Novak will try to get control here. Kept in the zone there by Kamnewski. And now it's Jansen. Nearly losing the puck from Rosenkrantz. Jansen getting ahead for Novak. Getting it out of harm's way. Actually, no, the Knights managed to keep it in, but not for long. Kamnewski takes control. Repsick makes a slight check as this will cause a whistle with 13:44 to go in the game. Wolf for this faceoff, won by the Golden Bears. Antonio Onella towards Novak. Never got to him. Jansen trying to pass it to Novak. Kamnewski couldn't keep it onside. Here comes Grady. He's going to need some help. Grady holding fire. And he makes a shot that goes right off of Kamnewski. And Grady is down. He is hurt. Grady fell down on the boards after the play, and he seems to be in discomfort. Still down on the ice. As he'll get some medical assistance. Grady's going to have to need some assistance as he's going to be taken off the ice by Repsick and Novak. I felt like it was best I turned the camera away from where Grady was laying in front of us after he was in serious discomfort. The trainer was trying to communicate with him. They're now bringing Grady to the bench, and hopefully he's going to be okay. And all that happened, just to briefly reiterate, is Grady was moving with speed on the wing with the puck, took a shot on net, and he just simply fell down on the boards. He wasn't hit. There was no foul play on that collision on the boards. He simply just fell down. We'll see if he returns to tonight's game. I'll give you any updates on Grady if I receive them. Plummer trying to pass this aside there for Grabowski. Colton Bates. As now this is going to be Grabowski on the defensive side there for Neumann. Obviously, you got to hope Grady's okay, not just for a person, but actually just also for his pure talent. He's one of the best players on the Golden Bears roster, but obviously his health will be the main concern for the Golden Bears as of right now. O'Neal, somewhat checked behind the boards as he falls down, taken down there by Grabowski. Antonio Onella gives it there for Jansen. Jansen clearing it past center ice, no icing here. Colton Bates makes a check. A soda bottle falls off the ice as a result of that. I can relate. I've had that happen before myself. As O'Neal trying to take control on the circle. Paracone trying to get it at center. Clears it back in, no icing as he was past the line. Benzali leaves it for his defense. Grabowski trying to get around Izzy. Shoots it off the corner. Paracone hits it off the glass, and it goes out of play with 11:42 remaining in regulation. Neumann will take control here. Actually, they will take possession. This comes in front of the net. They score! McGinley off the face-off. He was right in front of the net. He gets it by Jay Janney, and the Knights have tied the Laces at 1. Andrew McGinley, that's his second goal of the season. 2 goals in 2 nights. And we're tied at 1. So Neumann finally gets on the board. Their 18th shot on net is their first goal of the game, and we're tied at 1. Still 11.5 to go in the third. The recent goal scorer, McGinley. And now it keeps it in the zone. As Repsick on the point took a shot that's blocked off of a body. And now an outlet pass. Here comes a near outlet pass towards the Knights. There was Angelo, but it goes past him. He briefly had it. Josh Bauer giving it off the boards to Leon, but this will be an offsides. Bauer moving his head somewhat upwards in a reaction of frustration. As we're going to have a stoppage in play, we appear to have a timeout. Not sure if it was called by Kutztown or Neumann, but a timeout nevertheless. We'll be back after it concludes. Want to give a shout out to big fan of Nick's hockey broadcast and my good friend McCray Ross. I see your comments on the chat. Let's go KU. Hope you're doing well, McCray, as he'll be playing in his final year with the Northampton Concrete Kids in the LVSHL starting in October. The former Lehigh Valley Rebel and former member of Phantoms Youth. He made a brief appearance in our preseason game against Lehigh. He just walked past the camera a few weeks ago. Here's your comment. I'll just put it on the screen there for a few seconds for you, McCray. I forgot I could actually do that. Rosenkrantz shoots it in. Jansen's right behind the goal. Beg my pardon, that's Asher Paul Putt. Asher Paul Putt wears 59. Jansen wears 52. Tipped back ahead towards center ice. And here comes Matt Dan, the freshman, the rookie. Has it on the corner. Goes right behind it. Gets taken down there. And he draws a penalty. Good job by Matt Dan. He draws a penalty. It's going to be a holding call against Neumann, and Kutztown's going to go on a huge power play now. Big opportunity for Kutztown to regain the lead, possibly. It's a holding call on Aiden Grabowski, the defenseman. He'll serve in for two. And the power play line will be Novak, Paracone, Bauer, Repsick, and D. Rosa. Once again, good job by Matt Dan to draw that penalty in the first place. And off this time, DeRosa takes it. Here's Novak. Holds. Firing save by Vanzelli. The puck is still loose in the crease as Kopniewski manages to clear. DeRosa will take it back here for Kutztown. As a wait, drops it off for Novak. He'll carefully bring this puck to the neutral side of the ice. And now to the Neumann side of the ice. Novak off the boards to make his own play and pass to Repsick. Repsick, DeRosa holding on. Wristing one, deflected off the stick there of Kopniewski. Novak gets checked there by Kopniewski. As Perico gives it back towards Repsick on the point. 1:20 to go on the power play. Less than 10 minutes to go in the game. We're tied at 1. Rister, that's blocked there. The shot coming from Repsick. As Barnett manages to clear the puck past DeRosa. Line change for the Knights. Same 5 players out for Kutztown. This is deflected off the stick of Paracone. No icing. McGinley lost it. Paracone on the corner off the stick of Bauer. Repsick once again. Kutztown sitting up here. 52 seconds to go in the power play. Repsick towards Novak on the circle. Back towards DeRosa. In front of the net is Perico. Puck comes on back there for Repsick. Back to DeRosa again. Novak holding. 40 seconds on the power play. Holding. D-Rose holding. Trying to take a wrister. Passing it across for Repsick. Novak will take it back here on the corner. Try to chip it. Goes off the glass right in front of us. He'll chase it down there. Trying to avoid Plummer. D-Rose back across. Repsick swallowed up there by Vanzelli. He's got it. Great chances for the Golden Bears. They've been seemingly doing a good job on this power play, setting up the puck. That line will go back to the bench. 22 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Leone, Bates, Asher Paul Putt, and Nella and O'Neill will be the second line out for the man advantage. Seems to be some confusion here. And now they figure things out. Leone will go for the faceoff here against Wolf. And the Golden Bears win the tie-up. And Nella rings his puck around the net. O'Neill, Putt, swinging across for Nella. Firing a shot deflected and off the ceiling. Off this face-off, won by the Golden Bears. This is Putt across for Anella. As Rosenkrantz tried to chop it away, turned over to Leone, took a shot, blocked in front by That was blocked by Kamnewski as the Knights clear, and they have killed the power play once again. This puck actually went right to the equipment of Jay Janney, who decides to hold on. So Kutztown has been unable to score on all of their power plays tonight. Off this face-off, Putt trying to flip it across ice. Plummer nearly taken away. Sign that play in front. They score! Nick Fonseca, not too long after the penalty kill expired for the Knights, and Neumann, for the first time tonight, take the lead. It's 2-1, Neumann. Fonseca gets his first goal and point of the season. So Kutztown is now trailing. This will be an icing against Neumann. 2 goals on 19 shots for the Knights. So Kutztown in this game seemingly have been presented a lot of opportunities to get more than 1 goal on the scoreboard. They only have 1 to show it. They still have 8 minutes to go in this one. Grabowski. This goes off the glass. Perricone sweeping it aside. Grabowski will shoot it back in. DeRosa. Perricone trying to flip it past center ice. It goes past Dan. Plummer will chase it down. No icing. This goes past the center ice line. Leon will get to a first no icing here. Matt Dan trying to escape into the neutral zone, and he will. Dan on the wing, flipping it off the defender. It went off of McCallahan as this puck deflects off the roof and will stop play with 7:15 to go. Repsig and Barnett now in the circle. 1 clean lead. Bauer, a shot. Good save by Van Zale. As play continues on, this goes off the body of Bauer. This is blocked by Barnett. Now it's Jansen circling back around on the point. Clearing it back ahead towards Josh Bauer. Off the body there, McCallahan. As now this is Mills, who gets hit there by Novak. As now, meanwhile, here come the Knights. Trying to bring the puck in the zone was Rupert, but is broken up. Still have not seen Stephen Graney on the ice since he was hit. I'm going to assume he's done for the game, but I still do not have official word on his status. Bauer makes a check behind the net. Repsig trying to chip this puck, and this puck goes towards Inella. Novak back ahead. Jansen going for it. Jay Janney has the puck in front of him as he leaves it for Jansen. Line change for Neumann. Plummer. Across there for Grabowski. Shooting it ahead. This nearly goes behind the net of Jay Janney. DeRosa to Bates. Off the boards. Grabowski trying to shoot it ahead. As DeRosa will give it towards Perricone. And Leon ran to the body there of Morrison. Beg my pardon, that was Rosenkrantz. Bates going for it here near center ice. Chipped back ahead towards DeRosa. 5.5 to go in the game. 2-1 Neumann in the third period. It is Colton Bates. It is DeRosa. Toe drag shot. Van Zale with the stop. He's got it again. Kutztown's only been able to solve this Rubik's Cube in that one time, We're having a hard time trying to do it a second. As we'll get a line change for both teams. And Graney is back in the game as he goes for this faceoff. That's definitely a good sign. O'Neal will circle around towards Graney. As Petaway towards the net, deflected off of Graney and to the net. So Stephen Graney, that is a great sign he's back in the game. He actually got a chance on that and a faceoff just now. Kutztown could definitely use him right about now. Whole grains, as I've called him in the past, for his goal line. McKinley, the recent goal scorer, who has the first goal of tonight's game, trying to get past center. O'Neal down for it. As Angelino clears it ahead, now it's Petaway. This is stuck near the penalty box doors here as it comes free towards the Neumann zone. Kamnewski, Brady chasing for it. And now it's backhanded away by O'Neal. Petaway behind the goal. Gets checked there from behind. And now this is controlled there by Angelo. Knights will clear. 4.5 to go in this game. Liam O'Neal trying to get through center ice. Could not. And Nella to Petaway. He's got room. He's got Repsing on the way. Took a shot. Saved it. Rebound. Oh! What a stop there by Van Zale. Hey, Rob Repsing blind. You got to call cop for that one. He had his glove in the right place. Repsing is going to have a hard time sleeping tonight. Driving home alone is going to be hard tonight if Kutztown is unable to score to tie this game. Van Zale with a Martin Brodeur impression in front of our very eyes. I wish I could give you an instant replay of that. I unfortunately cannot. What a stop there by the Neumann goaltender, Van Zale. Four minutes to go. Remember that stop if Neumann is able to hold on. It is Josh Bauer coming into the Neumann zone. Toe drag shot. That goes wide. Novak falls down on his own power. Puck comes free towards DeRosa. Couldn't get a shot on that. He ran into there by Plummer as well. DeRosa gets it back. Goes towards the end. Van Zale makes a much easier stop there compared to earlier. And so cover up with 3.5 to go in this game. We'll keep our eyes on Kutztown goalie Jay Janney if the Bears deem it necessary to pull him to go on a 6-5 advantage. Don't think they're going to pull him just yet, but I'll keep my eyes on him. This faceoff will be between Bates and Wolf. And the time is won by Bates. He falls down. Slap shot there by Paracone. Ran to a Neumann stick. It went off the stick of Rosencrantz. And it did not break. Dan nearly kicked the puck and goes to the point. That shot on net stopped up there by Van Zale coming from DeRosa. Wolf wins the faceoff defensively. Kupnewski getting away from Dan. Rosencrantz. Dan made a slight check on him as this goes off the ceiling. The puck does seem to go off the ceiling a lot. I'm not sure if they can really fix that. I don't think they can really adjust the roof at this point. They did renovate this rink last year. And I will say it is quite nice. Both Wolves for the face-off. This happened a few times tonight. Rosencrantz couldn't get it out. D-Rose! That is blocked and goes wide. 3 minutes to go in the game. Kutztown trails by 1. DeRosa will shovel one right behind himself for Paul Paracone. He'll shovel it itself to Dan. Bates. Back to Matt Dan. Dan coming through center ice. Makes a good feed there to Gavin Wolf. Wolf holding on, took a shot from the eagle as Van Zale covered up the right post, and he holds on. 2:38 remains on the clock. Is won by the Knights, but the Bears control. Anello falls down after he kept it in. Grady towards O'Neal, couldn't get a shot. Now it's Leone. 2.5 to go in the game. Off this twig stick there of O'Neal. Plummer. O'Neal's down for it too. Skated there by Grady. Trying to pass it in front. Couldn't come up with the play. McGinley makes a nice play as numbers was nearly developing up here for Neumann. Broken up by the Golden Bears. Taken back by McGinley at center. Grabowski off the boards. And now it's O'Neal. Makes a nice move around Plummer. 2 minutes to go. Tipped in front by Leone, and that goes wide. Antonio O'Neal, his shot deflected, ricocheted off the right pad there of Van Zale. 1:45 to go. Janney's still in his net. Anella taking a shot, deflects off the chest there of Van Zale, and he covers. 1:40 to go in the game. And Jay Janney is going to the bench. 6 attackers out for the Golden Bears. Empty cage for the Golden Bears as they trail by 1. Here we go. Paracone towards Novak. DeRosa waits, drives one. Oh, what a block made by Rosencrantz. D-Rose gets it back. Now it's Repsik. Pass in front. Novak trying to slam it in. He couldn't finish it as Vincelli is ready. Out in front to D-Rose. Waits. Wristing one. Deflected off a body and wide. Barnett trying to get out. D-Rose again keeps it in as Wolf clears it past the line. Bauer has room on the wing. If he can hurry, drops it back. Here's Novak with a shot that deflects wide. Last minute to play in regulation. Novak, save it. Scramble in the crease and goes behind it. That D-Rose will pass it. Novak, they score! Tie game at the campus. Jackson Novak ties the laces at 2.
Watching He's checked. He's punt. Picked up by Johnson. Mark Johnson with only 4 seconds left in the power.
So Jackson Novak ties the laces at 2. 54.7 seconds remaining in the game. That's his 4th goal of the season. Kutztown trying to force another overtime game against these Neumann Knights. McGinley off the stick of Jay Janney. Comes in front and wide. Plummer shoots it towards the net. Novak coming back the other way. He's got help. Here comes Novak passing it in front. Repsik towards the net. It goes wide. 26 seconds to go in the game. We're tied at 2. McGinley. Bringing it back the other way is Angelone. Angelone on the wing, turning on back. 14 seconds to go in the game. Angelone. Paracone. 10 seconds to go. We might be going to overtime again. Well, we'll see. 5 seconds to go. And for the 3rd time in 4 games, these teams are going to overtime. We'll be back for that.
Overtime! In overtime! He shoots! He scores! He scores! Have won it in overtime! We are going to overtime!
Sudden death overtime is about to get underway. I managed to get to the other side of the rink in time since Kutztown's going to be shooting over here first sudden death overtime. Jackson Novak tied the game up at 2 with 54 seconds left. There's a third time in 4 games these two teams are going to overtime. The first time these two teams met in the regular season last year, Neumann won that game 5-4 in OT. These two teams went to OT in their playoff semifinal game in the DVCHC playoffs last year in February. Neumann won that game 1-0 in OT. Kutztown trying to get their third win of the season. Neumann trying to get their second. Overtime is underway. Grabowski passing it to his own defense. Repsick tried to take it from him. Novak, the recent goal scorer, with the hot stick on his hand. As the Golden Bears will take it on their own zone here. McGinley, who got the first goal of this game, is on the ice for Neumann. Well, the first goal for Neumann, at least. Gavin Wolf had the first goal of this game overall. Novak coming in over the line. Holding, firing save made there. Van Zale as Repsick will chip it back towards the point. Just to let you guys know, if you don't know, there's no shootouts in the regular season. So if this ends tied after overtime, it'll simply just be a good old-fashioned tie. Van Zale behind his net. As now the Knights will clear it back ahead towards DeRosa. That was Repsick, beg my pardon. Here's Gavin Wolf. Wolf going right behind the net. Holding. He's looking for some passing options. Wolf towards Josh Bauer. That shot's blocked as this goes down towards Gavin Wolf as the Golden Bears will regroup. Here comes Josh Bauer on the wing. Past the line. Waits. Fires. That's blocked. Gets it right back. Bauer going right behind the net. As now this is going to be Angelo towards it. Falls down as well as Perricone. 3.5 to go in overtime. Angelo gets somewhat checked by Perricone. Barnett takes possession. Angelo out ahead. Here comes Grabowski as this is going to be Angelo to be taken down there by Leon. He's got a breakaway. Here comes Leon. The game on his stick. Save made by the goaltender for the Knights. That was Van Zale. What a good stop there. His biggest of the night. He robbed Repsick earlier as he robs Leon there. Brady on the wing, going in on net himself. Hit the iron with the rubber. He hit the post. 2 glorious chances for Kutztown trying to put this one away. Perricone drops it back. Here's Stephen Grady circling back around. 2.5 to go in overtime. We're halfway through OT now. DeRosa, that's blocked. Good defensive play. Grabowski with the block there, 61 in navy blue. Tipped in front. Harris Grady drops it back there for Repsick. That's blocked. Good block there by Angelo as the Knights are trying to at least get some kind of chances here at OT. Here's Grady on the side of the net. Save made there as the puck is still loose in the crease there. Falling down was DeRosa. Kutztown's looking for a penalty. Yeah. A lot of fans and the entire Kutztown bench was looking for a penalty. I believe DeRosa was taken down there as Benzali made a great stop after that play initially happened as we were made 3-on-3, exactly 2 minutes to go in overtime. Right, trying to fix the camera. There, that should go a little better. As we're going to get a timeout, I believe. We will. And actually, now that I'm on the other side of the rink, I get a better look at the official shots on that. It's actually a lot more shots on that than I realized. It's hard to read it from a distance. It says shots on net 40-20 in favor of the Golden Bears. So it's still going to be 3-on-3 in overtime. Novak, Bauer, and Repsick on the ice for the Golden Bears. As Novak will go against Cameron Wolf. Won by the Knights defensively. 2 minutes to go in sudden death overtime. Kopnewski tried to bring it this past center ice for Neumann. Drops it off ahead for Cameron Wolf. He'll turn back towards the point as this comes back towards the corner. Novak trying to bring up this play as it's still held on with 1:30 to go in overtime. For a second, we'll bring this back towards the Neumann end, who has the second goal for the Knights tonight. And I almost seemed like based on how the players were skating, we had a whistle. We did not. Wolf will turn it over, gives it there directly to Jackson Novak. Novak, who tied the game. Novak holds it, fires, and that goes off the pads there, Van Zaley. This is broken up towards the point. Last minute to play in overtime, so either someone's going to score within these last 60 seconds, or we're ending this game in a tie. Repsick coming in over the line. Repsick will hold, firing, and that goes wide. Didn't get much power to it. 43 seconds left. Repsick gives it to Bauer, going in, makes a nice move, going in for the game save, and then Rebound and Van Zaley with a tandem of stops. But we do have a penalty coming up. It is a slash on the Knights. 35.2 seconds remaining, but Kutztown's about to go on the power play, the biggest of the game. It is on Cameron Wolf. 4-on-3 advance coming for Kutztown. They're trying to get the win. Not much time left. Here we go. Big clear by Plummer. Janney will hold the puck on his stick. 26 seconds to go. This is Paracone. Coming in past the line, passing it across towards Leon. McGinley made a nice play to clear it back ahead. 13 seconds left. It's Janney. Stephen Graney trying to hurry up. 7 seconds to go. Graney coming on in. Shooting goes off the glove of Vince. And he bounces nearly in front. Time's going to wind down. And this game has come to an uneventful end as it is going to end in a 2-2 tie. Again, I'm pretty sure there are no shootouts here as far as I know. Pretty sure there's no shootouts in this regular season. At least that's not how they did it last season, as we're having some discussions with the officials here. There was a game High Point, one of Kutztown's opponents, had last week where they tied the Farmingdale 3-3 in the Keystone Showcase, in which they actually played a shootout just for the sake of it. I believe High Point actually won that, even though the game officially ended in a tie. I don't know if they're discussing that with the officials, if they can do a shootout like that, or if they're asking for anything else, perhaps more playing time in OT. I do not have any communications with the officials or the players at this time, so we'll see what they'll do. And it would seem that the game is over. Final score here at the campus, the Golden Bears 2, the Knights 2. It ends in a 2-2 tie. I believe the Golden Bears were trying to see if they could do a unofficial shootout on the ice just to end it, but that is not going to happen. Both teams do get a point at the very least, as they won't go home empty-handed necessarily. That's how the rules of the DVCHC work. If you win, you get 2 points. If you lose in regulation, you get no points. But if you tie, you at least get a point out of it. So both teams at least get something out of this. And while the losing streak and winning streak between these two teams ended, what I mean by that is that Neumann's winning streak over Kutztown has ended. Kutztown's losing streak over Neumann has ended. but neither shall get a victory or loss today. In my 2 seasons with Kutztown, this is the first time I've actually witnessed a tie in this, or actually any game I've done in broadcasting for Nick's Hockey Broadcast these last 2.5 years. So definitely a first time for everything. But they at least get a point. Jackson Novak tied the game with less than a minute left. And this one ends anticlimactically for both teams. I'm Nicholas Garofalo. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Nick's Hockey Broadcast. Final score is a tie at 2. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock when Kutztown Division III takes on the Gettysburg Bullets. Good night.